Hello and welcome to another update video about INJ. Yeah, INJ is still in this Elliott wave triangle pattern here that we discussed already in the last video. I highlighted already in the last update that, yeah, the triangle, technically speaking, it could be complete. We have an A wave, we have a B wave, overshooting B wave here, just about a little bit. It did overshoot, so it's technically speaking a running triangle, which means we have an overshooting B wave, which is quite bullish. Also then we have a C wave, a D wave, and an E wave. Triangles, and that's the good thing about them, they typically tell us that the top isn't in yet. At least the interpretation is wrong. But if we see a triangle, there's usually one more wave to come. Yeah, it's usually one more wave to come, and that is what I'm labeling here as wave 5. That's why I like triangles. They really often suggest trend continuation, but you have to be patient with triangles. It takes a while for them to complete. And yeah, I mean, here you see that the triangle could technically be complete, but please be aware that triangles can always extend further. So for example, it's possible that we're still in the D wave and then the E wave will happen later. That's just one of these things with triangles. That being said, as long as the support is holding, another high is a reasonable assumption. Yeah, either from here now, okay, or if the triangle extends. Still though, if the triangle is a valid assumption, or if that is the correct assumption, we should not see a break below the C wave low anymore. That's at $30.30. Invalidation of the triangle, complete invalidation, is below $29.30 with a break below the A wave low. Then it's something different. Or it was an internal triangle, like a B wave triangle. To confirm a breakout, to be honest, we always need a break of the B wave high. So that's a bit useless because that's a break of the previous high. But an indication that the triangle is breaking, early indication, is a break above the D wave high. That's at $39.30. But typically, when a triangle is finished, it's typically quite fast. That breakout should be swift, shouldn't be hanging around there. I'm not convinced yet that it's over. It could be, okay, it could be. And typically the way to trade triangles, I mean, we have already seen several reactions to support areas. So typically when a C wave can be over, it's time for a reasonable, or it's reasonable to take an entry point, right? And then it's can be wise to take some profits at the top of the D wave, or just sit it out with a stop below the C wave low. Then the stop could be adjusted to the low of the E wave low. If that breaks now, then it will extend anyway, that triangle. That's sort of the way to normally deal with them. Trading a breakout of the triangle is normally not a good idea. Why? Because as I just mentioned, there's typically only one more wave to come. So if you wait for a breakout, well, when would you enter? Maybe at the top of the D wave? Maybe, but what happens if the D wave extends? Now, as I said, you actually need a break above the B wave high to confirm the triangle is breaking out. So it could easily extend. Then you enter here, the D wave just goes a little higher, it extends and comes down again. Not great. Do you enter here? Yeah, maybe the breakout of the triangle at the B wave top, but then literally $48 to $63 is the target range. So your reward to risk ratio is miserable. Best is typically to find entries at the low points of the C wave or the E wave. Advantage here was in recent weeks, I mean, the triangle was very well defined and we had it already labeled like that in the last update. So, but still it takes patience, and I don't have a confirmation of a breakout at this stage, but I'm still watching for higher. And as I said, next upside targets are between $48 and $63. The condition is that the 25-25 level is holding. But obviously the first warning that something is changing in this structure is a break here below the C wave low at $30.30, and especially then $29.30. That's my update about Injective. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.